Listen. Somebody sent a message to the sun to say, burn them out.
Overtime.
Burn them out. The sun is unbearably hot. And most of us dread going outside and staying inside if you don't have a good AC or fan too. However, there are health benefits to be gained from being in the sun, and we're going to share some of those with you.
You know that a lot of people who would have experienced anxiety or depression during COVID, right?
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with the fact that they weren't getting
Sun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, vitamin D has something to do with your... That's why usually if you leave like Jamaica and folks who go to places like maybe England, where there's not a lot of sunlight, it does something to their psyche.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Read up more of it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
So we're getting this from Insider at insider.com. It says small doses of sun exposure can provide health benefits such as boosting mood and increasing vitamin D production. For most people, 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure a day is enough to receive these health benefits. But you have to remember, while there are benefits, you have to balance it. Wear broad spectrum sunscreen daily. And every sunscreen a sunscreen, so you have to wear it. So here we go. Sunlight boosts mood.
Righto. See, I was just saying that. So scientists have found that sunlight may affect the central nervous system's functioning, primarily in regards to serotonin levels. You know what the serotonin does? What does serotonin do?
It's a neurotransmitter.
Yes, and it releases all sorts of in your brain and your body and makes you feel happy and good.
That's what Buju said. What a man can laugh, so must be a Jamaican. It's in I'm song, you know, I am a Jamaican. And we can't laugh, so we get holy.
Our serotonin levels are high. So yes, they're told it's a neurotransmitter hormone secreted by the hypothalamus. It allows brain cells and other nervous systems to communicate with one another. It plays various roles in our sleep and our eating habits, but it's perhaps best known for its effects on mood stabilization, feelings of well-being, and overall happiness. So because sunlight helps the body release serotonin during periods of the year when sunlight is less available, like in winter, the hypothalamus produces less serotonin from sunlight, and this can put folks at an increased risk of experiencing symptoms of depression and anxiety, possibly leading to conditions like seasonal affective disorder or SAD.
Yeah.
So even if you're inside, just try go outside a little bit.
All time people say, lad man, you're going to get your house color.
Yes, come out.
Take the house color.
Yes, okay.
Number 2, it increases vitamin D production, which has many health benefits. Vitamin D helps your body to absorb calcium as well as to mineralize. And what that does, mineralization describes the formation of bone matrix. It makes the bone strong and rigid. It's the primary way people get vitamin D, by the way, sunlight. And the common misconception is that sunlight actually contains vitamin D.
It does not?
No.
My mind
It
is
says
blown.
the UV rays stimulate the skin to produce it, but the actual vitamin D is not coming from the sun. No.
You learned something this morning.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting.
Adequate amounts of vitamin D may protect you from developing multiple sclerosis and various forms of cancers. Wow, didn't know this either, including ovarian, breast, and prostate. It is important to note that these studies all found correlations, not causations, in the connection between vitamin D
Very
and
important
cancer.
to note that.
So there's no guarantee that we're saying if you go out in the sun, you won't get it. Right? Okay, just clearing that one up.
I wish you had told me this one long time.
Yeah. And using the sunscreen, by the way, will not eliminate the amount of vitamin D effect. So you don't have to feel like I'm going to go out in the sun, but me not going to block the vitamin D from the sun. The vitamin D is not coming down.
Okay. Did you also know that sunlight may prevent nearsightedness?
No.
If I didn't know that, I would have been in the sun every day, long time. Research suggests that children who spend more time in sunlight may be less likely to become nearsighted. A 2012 review published by the American Academy of Ophthalmology found that for each hour children up to the age of 20 spent outdoors, the odds of developing nearsightedness fell 2% per hour.
Wow.
So there's an ophthalmologist who says kids should spend an additional 1 to 3 hours a day outside. 3 hours outside? Okay.
Trust me, if them a play it, it'd be 3 hours.
Yeah.
Coming like
Well,
a
if left to
minute.
my child, that would be 6 hours a day.
Come in now, come in.
Gosh, you can't stand it else. Exposure to sunlight, however, does not seem to reverse the effects on kids who are already nearsighted.
All right. This one's interesting. Sunlight plays a pivotal role in regulating your internal clock. This clock, otherwise known as I think it's circadian rhythm, dictates our behavior based on time of day, like when to fall asleep, wake up, or eat. Light appears to be one of the main driving forces behind this clock. Well,
So again, if you go to a country like, is that Alaska?
yep.
Where like night come down like 10 o'clock?
How much days of night?
I think it's half year on, half year off. It's madness, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a process called entrainment. A person's circadian rhythm needs to reset every day in order to stay synced with changes in light. Yeah, and you will realize this when you go to different time zones. That no matter what time the time
body
zone
clock.
is, you're up, your body clock says it's time to wake up. And that's a result of exposure to light and darkness. So regular exposure to sunlight trains your brain to sleep when it becomes dark.
Right.
So if you're in a darkness all the time, so when it get dark, your body don't even know say it dark. It just nice. I didn't know this. I'm gonna try this.
Yes.
Because my windows are always locked. I'm gonna let some sunlight in and then see when night come what
So
will
let
happen.
the sun shine in, face it with a grin. What you say? What you say? What Marvin say? What you say?
I'm not even
Tell me
gonna
what you
repeat
say now.
what Marvin said. Lest the universe hear that come out of my mouth and then that go out my mouth.
She said the curtains, not the window. Or did she say the window?
I'm not even looking at it.
She said sunshine, not lizard. You're too wicked. Guys, when you're planning and hearing about the sunlight, please remember that spending too much time in the sun can be harmful to your health. Even the mildest sunburn is considered a skin injury. Other skin conditions like hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, and sunspots are also caused by too much UV radiation.
Yeah.
So be very careful because skin cancer is a thing
Yeah.
and it's often caused by harmful ultraviolet radiation. Most common form of cancer in the US. So that sunscreen, we can't tell you enough how important that is. SPF 30 or higher broad spectrum on exposed areas every day.
Every day. All right. Let the sun shine in. Let the
Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. We're going to a break. We will be right back. Getting customers to comply with COVID-19 guidelines. Soon come.